Oh, hi out there. Happy McCartney III weekend. And yes, McCartney III has been released this weekend, although I never got a copy of it because record stores around here just don't seem to be stocking new material. And on top of that, we're in another lockdown situation, which means the record stores are closed. However, I do need something to hold up during this review, so there we are. Not bad, eh? Don't forget the back art. Okay. Anyhow, I may not have got the album, but it's been on YouTube. It's been released. The whole thing. All the songs are out, so now we can all listen to it, even though some of us can't buy it. So I know everyone else has done a review on it, and I thought, well, hey, what's one more? So if you can stand one more review, I'll give it to you, okay? So I've listened to the whole album, and I've made pages of review material, so I'm going to start reading now. Are you ready? Okay, so the first song on McCartney III is Long-Tailed Winterbird. It's an instrumental that opens this album. It's just over 5 minutes of picking and strumming and auto-tune do-do-doos, and then the drums kick in. It's a nice piece with some changes in it that keeps it interesting. You know, just to wonder what's going to come next. I don't think it's going to be regarded as a classic by any means, but it sounds as though Paul's having some fun here, experimenting. It's okay. It's like a 7 out of 10. Next comes Find My Way. It's a good tune here, and this is the first time we hear Paul sing. Sure, there's a few vocal glitches, but on a whole, he doesn't sound real bad. I don't know if he really needs to sing the falsetto bits, but when he overdubs his voice at one point, it sounds joyous. This song is touted to be a single, and rightfully so. I think it's a 9 out of 10. Up next is a song called Pretty Boys. This song is confusing. He sings about taking pictures of what sounds like young male models. But really, is this song about being constantly in the camera eye as he was as a Beatle? It could be autobiographical. Well, still, it's a difficult one to listen to. I give it a 5 out of 10. Next is Women and Wives. Here we have a piano-driven song. I guess Paul is singing about life. His voice is a little strained here. I wonder if singing in a lower key might have helped. Overall, I found this song kind of monotonous and plodding, not really going anywhere musically. A 6 out of 10 for me. Page 2 coming up. Now let's talk about Lavatory Lil, or Lavatory Lil as the British say. Paul rocks out on this one, and it's a good piece that thumps along at a good pace. Seems to be about a mean and vicious woman that he once knew. Could be. Well, this song is short and to the point, but it's a good point. 9 out of 10. Then we have Slidin'. Another fast-paced song. Others have mentioned that it's heavy and bass-sounding, but it didn't really bother me much. Paul's voice seems to get buried in the mix, though, and that might be a benefit, but overall it sounds okay. The tone is good, and that's what matters most. I like Slidin'. This could be considered a single. 9 out of 10. Next we have Deep, Deep Feeling. Paul tries to keep this song interesting by interjecting some instruments and vocals, but this song started getting boring around the 2.5 minute mark. It's basically just a 2-note song, and at 8.5 minutes long, this one lasts just way too long. Paul sings, "Sometimes I wish it would go away." I do too. 4 out of 10. And now we come to The Kiss of Venus. another song in which Paul sings falsetto. Maybe he thinks falsetto suits this song. I don't know. But it's just Paul and his acoustic guitar and a harpsichord in the middle, and I will say it was an enjoyable bit of whimsy. I think this one might grow on me. I think it's a 7 out of 10. Next is Seize the Day. Shades of Beatles! This one could easily have been a Beatles song. Nothing to complain about here. Paul sounds fine. This might have been an unfinished track from years ago. It's good, good, good. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Next page. The next song is called Deep Down. I think this tune is headache-inducing due to that snare drum. The tune really isn't that bad, and Paul tries to keep it interesting by putting bursts of keyboard noises and stuff in there, but the beat is just monotonous. Hit, snare, repeat, hit, snare, snare, snare. And at almost 6 minutes long, this is an exercise in patience, and I don't have much. Get deep down, get deep down. 5 out of 10. And the closer of the album is called Winter Bird When Winter Comes. This song starts with a little reprise of Winter Bird from the beginning of the album, and then the main song starts. Hey, I could imagine this song being played by a campfire. You know, Paul's voice is very good here, which means it must be an older piece of music. But it's a fine piece of acoustic entertainment. 7 out of 10. And that's the last song, so now we'll give you the final conclusion. Yay! All songs here are accounted for. There are some high spots, some low spots, but you have to hand it to Paul for making engaging music at his age. Sometimes the music doesn't always stick, though since we already know this is a done-by-one type of affair, one has to wonder if having an actual band playing together on some of these songs might have raised the bar and created more of a dynamic. As it is, this record is enjoyable enough, and even though there are some rough spots, there's something to like in places, and overall, I don't think it'd be disappointing to any of Paul's fans. So it's kind of fun to hear Paul McCartney creating music by himself, and I'm giving McCartney III a 7 out of 10. I don't think his fans will be disappointed at all, and I don't think I was either. Thank you.
Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.